Cheers! Welcome to Movie Bitches! RuPaul's Drag Race Season 2, Episode 9. First things first, quick shout out to our wine sponsor, Wink. Trywink.com/moviebitches, and you get $20, $20 whole dollars off of your first month.
Yeah.
So, like, try it, because that's, like, a pretty good deal.
Totally.
Right? So, the episode starts, and,
they all come into the workroom.
right, and Pandora's gone, and she says, lick this box, bitches. Love it. And then the girls start talking, and I think they were still just talking about, like, drag moms.
Right, yes. Well,
And
Ravens, they were all talking about how they're starting to really miss their friends and family.
Mhm.
And Juju was like, oh, I talk to my drag mom every day.
And Raven's like, don't you talk to your mom?
No, she doesn't say it like that. She says, do you talk to your drag mom as much as you talk to your mom?
Sure.
I mean, Raven's a bitch, but give her a break.
I guess she said, right, as much as you talk to your mom, and Juju's like,
I don't talk to my real mother at all.
You don't?
No, girl. She abandoned me.
Juju talks about how after her father died when she was 15, her mom basically found a new husband and took off, and she had to take care of her two sisters, and it was like very
sad.
Very sad, very much a lot. But
yeah.
It seems like, you know, Juju
She's
rose to the task.
Absolutely.
And, you know, is now fabulous.
Yes. It was another one of those moments where the show is
Yes.
just like, oh shit, this is real. But like, fabulous.
I just stopped being a kid. I just want to thank my mother, Charisma Geneva Jackson-Tay.
So then Rue comes in and
Yes.
she's like, you know, no bitch wants to show up wearing the same outfit as someone else on the runway.
On the red carpet.
On the red carpet. So you bitches have to turn these black dresses into something great. But they can't cut and they can't glue.
All they can do is accessorize.
Yes.
So they're all running around. They have 30 minutes, 20 minutes, something.
Yeah,
they're all
30
running
minutes.
around. And Juju's the only one that's attempting to put on any makeup. And she's just like, girl. She's like doing a big clown face. And then Raven is like,
Ew, you better put lashes on, you dirty whore. I don't need no makeup. I got fish face.
Yeah, girl, you look like Trout.
So Juju's, aside from the fact that she's the only one that did her makeup, which
Right.
was not the deciding factor for me, I thought she did the most with the look.
I thought so too. She really turned it into the most like glam look where I was
Yeah.
like, yes, I
It
could
was a
see
pretty
you doing
boring
something.
dress to
Yeah,
start
it's like
with.
a blah black dress with like no neckline.
Yeah.
I was surprised more people didn't like,
You couldn't cut it.
well, you couldn't cut it, but you could like,
You couldn't cut it.
I guess.
It had like a demi turtleneck.
Yeah, I thought she deserved to win.
Absolutely.
She really put a whole look together in 30 minutes. She
yes.
padded, she like,
padded. A
yeah.
lot of people didn't. Like, she padded, she did her makeup, and she had the best look. Raven's was good as well. It was much more older, elegant woman. You know,
Sure,
she had
sure, all
black
black.
accessories.
Yeah, it was weird seeing her with a wig but no makeup.
It was rough.
It was rough.
The best part of Raven's look is Rue is like, oh, you decided to wear scrunch boots.
Oh yeah.
And Raven's like, yeah, they go all the way up, but I decided to push them down, and Rue was just like,
I've never been a fan of the scrunchy boots unless the lady has legs as long as mine are.
and it doesn't have legs as long as mine. And then she does like the full Angelina Jolie leg out. And it was great. Tyra's, I thought was very boring.
I thought it was so boring. I thought it was like basic as fuck.
She basically accessorizes with like silver jewelry and her short wig that she's been wearing a lot lately, and like fishnet tights with no padding.
Yeah. To me, it looked like someone took this dress from Target and like dressed it up with accessories they got at Walmart.
This was very daytime
Yeah.
cash.
Yeah.
And I didn't really care for it, to
I
be
didn't
honest.
either. But Rue wanted her to win, I guess. Oh my god, we didn't talk yet about,
The best one?
I mean, the most insane thing. Tati, with like the hair on one side and then 2 earrings on the right side.
There was a lot of magenta, hot blue. She looked like a slutty girl at Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
You know?
Totally.
Beads.
Totally.
Like random feathers in places.
And then she had these
sparkling fishnets.
fishnets with then silver shoes. And she's like, oh, I want a little sparkle down under.
It was so bad. And Raven and Juju were
Just
just like,
cracking up at each other. They're just like shit talking her 1 foot away, and I loved it.
they're just like, girl, I know, right? Totally. What?
So then Tyra wins, whatever, fine, not really. And Rue then introduces the main challenge, which is
A lot.
They have 3 red carpet shows to do. They have
3 award shows to attend.
Yes. They have the Teen Diva Awards.
Yep.
The DC Press Diva Awards.
And the Eleganza Extravaganza
Diva Awards.
Diva Awards. It was a mouthful.
Yeah, it was a lot.
So they have to do all 3 of those looks. And then we find out later they also have to do sort of like an intro
Diva
opening number.
Yeah, which then Tyra, for winning, has to choreograph. Which seemed like kind of a shitty thing to be like, oh, you won this, so now you have to do this too.
It seemed like it didn't end up mattering. So they're in the workroom, and Juju and Raven have really paired off. They are just like, Juju's like, if I lose to you, I'm cool, but nah.
I want to win this challenge.
Girl, I want to win a challenge. We have to be number 1 and number 2.
Them winning is not an option.
And then Tati is just staring and thinking and staring.
I'm spending my morning thinking about what my
staring.
outfit should be.
You never waste your time thinking.
You wasted a lot of time thinking, girl. Thinking.
And then Tyra decides she's gonna make this Muppet dress made from, Muppet Shack carpets.
Oh my god.
Looking at this looking back now, Juju says something like,
I don't know what the deal with her is. I don't know if she's just playing a game. Maybe she's just making this just to kind of throw us off.
and I'm like, I think she was. Because she ends up, we'll talk about it, but she ends up wearing this like very elegant gown that she had.
I guess in her mind she was always like, well, I always have that dress, so maybe I try and make this thing.
And see, even though it's fugly, and see what happens.
Like Rue came into the workroom and was like, oh, this is, like the bar was set real low. And then she comes out and she's like, what, bitches?
I think she does know how to play a narrative up. Because like last week we forgot to talk about it, but she has that whole thing with her ankle and how, oh, it really hurts, but then it was fine. But then like when the judges are talking to her, oh, it really hurts. So they're like, wow, you danced on a hurt ankle? Oh my God, you're so brave.
She doesn't talk a lot, so that makes it easy to then like choose your words wisely.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Raven just...
But I love her.
Oh, sure.
But yes, so she makes this horrific dress.
I mean...
And Rue is like, so, yeah, no, what? She's like you can kind of see behind her eyes that she's like, girl, I want you to win.
Right? Because this is
So
a disaster.
No. And then she goes to Tati, and it's just like, so, like...
Tatiana, we're at that place. You gotta bring it. If you were ever gonna pull something out of your ass, now'd be the time to do it.
I mean, did you see what Tati was putting together?
It's gonna have more of a complicated, more expensive look, but it's really only like 3 pieces of fabric and some hot glue.
So then Rue goes and she's talking to Raven, and she's got these 2 executive realness looks, and she's just like, oh, I'm, really going for this, like, sexy bitch or whatever. And Rue is like, oh, so, like, you're a big fan of Sarah Palin, right? And Raven is like, oh my God, she's my hero. I love her.
Because Sarah Palin is your idol, and you...
Oh yes, I love her.
Really?
Please.
She's like, okay, that's enough. We don't need to give this woman any more attention.
But like, really, you guys.
Oh, seriously.
The world. Although she's kind of disappeared for the most part.
Yeah.
Except for when she was on Match Game.
Yeah, that was real weird.
It was really weird, and it was annoying.
Real awkward.
She was terrible.
Well, and everyone had to be all, like, civil and, like, pretend to be nice to Sarah Palin.
I so would not have been. I would have just, like, every comment card that I would have written would have just been, like the aborted fetuses that Sarah Palin, just really rubbed it in.
Comment card? What?
Whatever.
You're filling out, like, a review of her, like...
You know what I mean. Whatever the response cards are. Response cards.
The blankety-blank cards.
Yeah. If Billy Eichner had been on that,
Oh my
it would have
God.
been amazing.
Wait. which, by the way,
He should
can
absolutely
Billy
be
Eichner
on it.
please be on Magic?
Oh, regular. Billy and Rosie are like... Billy Eichner basically is like this generation's Paul Lynde. He screams a lot, he's very gay, and he's hilarious.
I thought you were going to say Billy Eichner is this generation's Rosie O'Donnell.
Oh, well...
I love Rosie O'Donnell. I
Yes.
just thought it was a weird comparison.
That
I was
would be a
like,
weird
what?
comparison.
I love Rosie O'Donnell.
Oh, totally.
I've seen Another Stakeout more times than I can count. It's better than Stakeout. It's so good. Have you seen Another Stakeout?
I haven't
You
seen
haven't
either.
seen Stakeout?
No.
Oh man. Got it. What's going on?
Just playing the musical class.
So, they... What the fuck?
God, you're acting like you've never seen anyone play the musical class before.
So they have to go do the rehearsal to prep for the opening number.
Yes.
And
Oh, God.
everyone's standing, Tyra's in charge, right? And everyone's standing around and Raven's like,
We're gonna walk out to the intro and stand by our letter like you are. Right
Do you want
to
us
the
to
side
all
of
have
it.
the same pose, or do you want us to all have different poses?
they genuinely seem to be like, what would you like us to do?
Yeah.
Here are ideas or whatever. And Tyra's just like, I don't know. I guess. I mean, we'll figure it out later. I don't know. Yeah. And it was like, what?
I really want to know who ended up choreographing that
Right?
number.
I feel like
Raven probably did it.
so they're all just kind of standing around like, what the fuck? And then Juju's like, well, I'll smile. It's just like, I'll at least have a good attitude about this.
Juju is fucking fabulous.
Yeah.
And just every episode, like, reinforces that
Yep.
more and more.
Yep.
I'm just like, you are a pure delight.
Yes, where like Raven at times can be a hateful bitch.
Right.
Juju is always a delightful bitch.
Yeah. Like, oh, you're being a shady cunt? It's delightful.
Oh, the person you're being a shady cunt to is laughing along with you and still thinks you're fabulous? You're doing it right.
Exactly. I was happy to hear Rue be like,
Jujubee has this intellect about her that feels beyond any of the girls in the room.
But then she's like, I think she's hiding behind a character. And then what's her face from Hairspray was like,
No, I totally disagree. I think she's an actress. She's got some spunk about her.
so they're all doing their makeup and they're getting ready. And Raven is just like, I'm gonna stir it up. I don't know what that song was, but it was fun.
it's the Stirring the Pot song.
I'm gonna stir it up.
Stirring the pot, stir it up. Stirring the pot, yeah, yeah, yeah.
So she's like, so, who do you think's gonna be in the top 3?
Me.
Name all 3 people.
Why don't you start that?
Okay, I think it's gonna be me, you, and Tyra.
I don't think that Tatiana has what it takes.
And then she's like, Tati, who do you think will be in the top 3?
So Tatiana, who do you think is in the top 3?
I hope it's me, and that's really all I have to say on the matter.
She's trying to get Tati to be like, I don't think that I'm as good as you guys. And
Well,
Tati's like, I'm not gonna say that, you know?
It's like I said, it's spurring Raven on, because Raven is just like, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you, react to me, react to me,
Yeah.
react to me. And Tati's like, I'm gonna stay above this,
Yep.
and I will rationally explain my opinion, and then I won't talk to you anymore. And Raven's like, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. And so it's kind of fun to watch.
It is.
So then she gets Tyra and Juju to agree with her. Raven is like,
yeah.
they're both like, yeah, Tati's probably not gonna make it. And then Raven's just like,
You know I only bring up that I absolutely have to.
You're such a bitch. I love it.
you're such a bitch. I love it.
And you're just like,
It's the perfect
Yeah.
encapsulation of how I feel about Raven.
you
You're
are such a bitch. I love it. So quick commercial break, and we'll be right back with a lot of runway looks. And the best moment in Untucked ever.
In Untucked herstory.
Yes. So Rue comes out looking like an orchid arrangement.
It is. It's like she's stuck an orchid on her.
Right.
And it wrapped around, you know,
Yeah,
she needed those,
yeah.
like, little baby clips.
Yes,
You know, like,
that hold it to the little white guy.
Just to keep it right in place. you
Yeah,
know?
exactly.
That could double for a hair clip if you had to. But would
Exactly,
only
yeah.
hold, like, 4
Yeah,
hairs.
yeah.
Yeah. Yes, it was like a origami rose pashmina. I don't know. It was
like a lot.
very fabulous. And I actually really liked it.
So
then
they start off with their number.
Yes, they have to do the opening number.
And it's pretty great. You know,
I thought it was really good.
It was really
They're
fun
all
and
wearing
whatever.
like gold lame bikinis. And
I thought Juju was the most entertaining,
yeah,
even though she messed up her steps.
she missed one step and they just
2.
crucified her.
She
Well,
missed
she
one
twirled-
step and then she twirled when no one else was still twirling.
See, I thought it was, I don't know. You don't think that was on purpose?
I don't, but whatever. It was still like
She like
She
owned
played it
and
up.
then she camped it up.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I guess, you know, if that had been Alaska, she would have like purposely
absolutely.
fucked it up. And
She would have been like the weird one on
like-
the end that can't quite
like,
get it
oh,
together.
no, I'm Junice. You know, like
exactly.
the pretty one, the pretty one, the pretty one, and the weird.
And I'm Junice.
And I'm Junice. You know, like that.
So, I mean, I thought Jujubee gave me, like, a lot of just, like, charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent.
Do I remember what anyone else did?
Nope.
Not really.
Nope.
Not particularly. I thought the opening number was very cute and well done.
Yeah, there
and,
were
you
no
know,
real problems
There
with
never
it.
seems to be with these.
Not
You know, they do
typically.
them
They
now.
do, like, that whole thing where
It was
they're like,
the
oh my
puppy
god, this is going to be a
one, and-
disaster.
And it's always, and they always edit it like, what are we gonna do?
Exactly.
We haven't choreographed anything. We have a great dance planned, and it's just like, when did this happen?
I feel like they must give them some help. They had a look for the opening number. Then they all had to get into their teen looks.
3 different dresses.
Then they all had to
4
look,
different dresses.
Exactly. Like
Yeah.
they had to change looks each time.
Ugh,
You
what an
gotta give them
awful
time
day.
to do that.
What an awful long day.
A long day.
A
Yeah.
lot of makeup and heels.
Yeah. Meanwhile, like Rue and the judges are probably sitting back in the green room, like eating cheese and crackers, and being like, "Oh, this is." Well, Rue probably isn't, because
No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Rue does not eat cheese. And probably doesn't eat carbs often. But she will enjoy an absolute cocktail from time to time. The Teen Diva Awards, and the first down the runway is Tatiana in a zebra tube mini dress.
this was my favorite of her looks.
Yeah. Uh-huh. It
it-
was the most put together. I mean,
and
it was
you know
the
why?
softest ball for her to hit.
This played to her look, which is wet seal. You know, it's just like,
Oh my god, did you get that from BCBG?
BCBG?
She was wearing her same freaking Xanadu headband, you know, hard part. It's a different wig
I'm
this
just
time.
laughing at Raven. Oh, Tatiana, I wore this headband for you.
Bye, Tatiana. I wore this headband for you.
Tati was giving me like Paris Hilton.
Absolutely.
And it was like, oh, perfect. Paris Hilton's at
Like
the
a young-
MTV
yep.
Movie Awards.
Yep.
But like, had she really sold it and like had a little dog or something?
Oh my god, yes.
Do it up. Have a fuzzy purse. I don't know, something.
Yeah.
Like, she's not
A little
there.
bit. Well, we'll talk about that.
Okay.
So then you're
Yes.
like, oh, this was totally decent. And then Raven comes out.
Oh my god.
And you're just like, oh, but like, there's this.
In this like copper red bomb with these bangs.
And then this like kind of nude
It was sort of
peach.
like 1920s ballerina.
Yeah.
You know, like it was like not quite a tutu, but just, you know, like it had a little volume down there.
Yeah.
It was gorgeous. It was like Teen Vogue.
And yet, for some reason, I was like waiting for her to have had like houndstooth leggings on or something.
To make it a little funkier.
A little teeny, like
You're
funky.
Right. So when Raven's coming down the runway in her teen look, Rue is like,
I really want to lose 3 pounds, Raven. Yes.
So then next,
Juju.
yeah,
I loved.
I loved as well.
Teen Mary J. Blige comes down. Her pad looked great. Juju's gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
She's just really pretty.
Yeah. And then last but not least was Tyra. RuPaul is like, is that Solange Knowles?
Right.
And I was like, sure, like, we don't really need any more, like, Beyonce references, but okay.
I was underwhelmed by this. It was fine, and it wasn't bad, and it was probably better than fine, but it was like, forgettable to me.
It wasn't, I thought it was really great.
I thought the hair sold it.
The hair made it
teen. If somebody wore that to a red carpet, would you ever remember it the next day?
No.
Exactly.
Here's where I wish more people had gone. Like, I wish they had taken it a little bit more like Nickelodeon Teen Choice Awards.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and like a training bra stuffed with tissues. And like, just like, you know, like had a little bit more fun with it. Where it was like, oh, I'm wearing like neon green leggings with like a whatever. I don't know.
They all were a little demure.
Exactly.
Or subdued.
Yeah.
So next up is the Executive Realness DC Diva Awards.
Yes, so it's like political press correspondence dinner kind of vibe. Tati comes out looking like with like a Sarah Palin wig.
Was it? I guess
it was Sarah Palin hair.
Okay.
I mean, it was a shitty wig because they're all shitty wigs.
It was just like, for me, she looked like she was in like a porn, and that her whole outfit was like a tearaway. And it was like, you know, hot for teacher or something. Oh, Senator, you've come to fix my coffee maker? Like, it just felt like, and then, haha, you know, there was something. Did you like the story I made up? It was good, right? Yeah. Why would a senator be fixing a coffee maker? I don't know. You have to watch and find out.
Who calls it a coffee maker?
What do you call it?
Like a copy machine?
So then next down the runway, Raven. Looking like, Rue says it herself, looking like Leslie Stahl, just like power bitch. And her face was flawless.
Flawless.
She's really pretty as a blonde.
Yes.
I mean, I love her dark lady look, but she's really quite pretty as a blonde.
It's great.
Yeah.
She was giving me like a young Christine Ebersole, like, you know, from like Richie Rich or before.
She really felt like, you could be at a DC press conference.
She
more
nailed
than
it.
anybody else.
She fucking nailed this category.
Yeah. So then Juju's Executive Realness, not my favorite.
It wasn't so much press as it was, once again, which she nails this look, but it was very much like Diplomat. Or Diplomat's wife.
For me, it was like every day at the office. It was like a satin top with ruffles, you know, like an H&M kind of.
Yeah, she definitely had the Nancy Pelosi hair.
Yeah, and then she just had sort of gray slacks. It seemed like it needed a coat or a vest, or it wasn't quite done.
Yeah.
She played a part very well.
Yes, she did. She was like angry.
You know, she seemed like an overworked bitchy mom who's like working 3 jobs, you know, or something. But I didn't love the actual look.
No, it was just okay. And then Tyra.
Right. This felt more
remember.
like, it was like that black jumpsuit with the sort of ruffle.
This did not give me press or DC.
It was more like, she worked at like Devil Wears Prada office.
Yeah.
Like, she's Anna Wintour's assistant.
Right, this was like dressed up office wear. Yeah.
Like fashion office.
Yeah.
If somebody wore this to like a DC press awards, I feel like people would be like, huh?
Yeah, they'd be like, what are you wearing?
They'd be like, you look nice, but huh? And she did look very good, and you know, there was nothing wrong with it, but it didn't quite fit the category.
She looked great, but it didn't fit the category.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's Hollywood Extravaganza Diva Awards.
Where they have to walk the red carpet and get interviewed by James St. James of Party Monster Club Kid 90s fame.
Yes.
He's fabulous. You should check him out on YouTube.
Tati comes out in Jesus Christ, the worst outfit of the night, and maybe the season. It was a disaster. I'm sorry,
so
this
bad.
was garbage. Rue told her it was garbage, and she put it out anyway. What the fuck, girl? You had time.
With some sort of weird, like, space vixen nightgown, you know?
Yes.
Like, oh, Forbidden Planet, you know, and you ran into the late, you know, oh, I'm just getting ready for bed in my space nightgown. It was weird.
It was really weird. It was in no way red carpet.
What red carpet? Which one?
Right? The red carpet to your boudoir? Like, to your whore den? Like, what?
It was like, come to my bordello.
Yes!
It was like weird. Her wig was, it seemed,
Askew?
Askew.
Just turn the wigs around.
I kept wanting to just... But then, who turns the corner but Raven? In this dark lady, black beaded gown, sheer, you know, covering just her goodies. I mean, it was so good.
It was really great.
And the wig, it was very like Angelina Jolie at the Oscars, at the first Oscars, you know, when she like took her brother with her. It's like that. It was good.
It was really, like...
I mean, that's giving Angelina Jolie too much credit. She didn't really brush her hair for that event. It was better than that. She looked fabulous. Raven
looked fabulous. And I, like, it was out, like, I could see someone wearing this on the red carpet.
I was like, oh great, is she attending the Oscars? What's she nominated for? Is there some indie film that she's in? Great. Can't wait. Excited. She was like some combination of like Snow White and the Evil Queen, you know? Like, if they got together and teamed up, this is what they would have come up with. It was just like that innocent, what? But then, no, look out, bitch. Absolutely. And then she's talking to James St. James, and he's like, oh, who'd you made this dress? And she's like,
I lost a few beads, but hopefully they'll end up on the runway and a couple of the girls will fall on them.
Everyone, like, saw her fall on her butt, though, right?
Oh, so the next up is Juju in this, like, I guess Arabian Nights inspired, Indian Bollywood inspired.
It was like Bollywood red carpet.
It was.
And I have to say, I really liked it.
I really liked it too.
So much shit.
They
and I was
really
like,
did.
you guys missed the point.
They missed it.
I've like never disagreed more with the judges.
Right?
They were so hard on her.
They were so hard on her.
They were like, your lipstick doesn't match your dress, you're wearing too much jewelry.
Right.
Like, we don't like the color, we don't like the idea of this Bollywood, who would ever wear this on a red carpet, all this stuff. And I was like, guys, she looks great.
And okay, maybe this is because she had the veil and whatever, or maybe I'm just racist, I don't know. Or maybe I'm not at all, and maybe this is perfectly spot on. But I feel like, who's that fabulous Iranian actress with like the deep voice?
I don't know.
Okay.
In what?
Oh, she's in...
Oh, the lady from House and Fog? House of Sand and Fog?
Yes.
I don't remember her name.
I can never remember her name, but she's fabulous.
Yeah.
And I love her. And I feel like she could have worn this outfit and like really, like on a red carpet and like nailed it.
Yeah.
So then last up is Tyron.
Yes.
In a very elegant,
it was like a beautifully
white,
expensive looking white sort of high neck mermaid. You know, it was a good shape.
It was good.
It was totally good.
I just wasn't flabbergasted. I didn't like the bottom of it. The top was really pretty, but then the bottom I didn't love. It was a little like heavy for me.
I liked it. I didn't think that the hair necessarily went with it. I didn't think the hair elevated it.
Sure.
Elegance-wise.
Yes, I agree.
The hair made it drag queen. It read a little pageanty.
Yes.
Yes. But it was very good. I don't know why I didn't just gag. I was just like, it's really good.
I just didn't gag. I was like, oh, that's good. But
she just starts spinning at some point and just like spin.
It's a move of hers.
Spin.
I just didn't like die.
No, I liked Raven's more for sure.
For sure. And I liked Raven's executive look more.
Way more.
And the teen looks, I would say, are probably equal.
They were equal-ish.
So Raven probably should have won.
As Raven would tell you herself, I should have won that.
I'm excited, but I should have won.
But instead, Tyra wins.
Yes. Oh, but first, so they have to each give a speech.
Oh, that's right.
It was kind of weird because it was like they would kind of be joking, but then they would insert really real things, and then the judges were laughing.
Right.
I couldn't get a grasp.
I couldn't either.
So Tati goes first, and she makes some weird joke about, I have to thank my mother because without her I wouldn't be here, and I have to thank my mother's jeans because without them I wouldn't be here. And I was like, okay.
And without her jeans, I might not have been here today.
I was so over Tati this episode.
Well, she was also the only one, so Ru is like, and the winner of the Diva Awards is, and then she says each of them, and they each give a speech. And she was the only one that didn't react.
Right.
Like, me? What? Oh my God. You know, she was the only one that was like, great. So, here's my speech.
Yeah.
Tatiana.
First off, thank you.
If anything, she should have, I mean, going first, you'd think if she had done that reaction, then everyone else is like, oh, maybe I shouldn't do that because, like, I'll look like I copied her.
Yeah, but then they just all copied.
Everyone copied my idea to put, like, facial hair, and so, like, I hope that they don't get credit.
They all think that, like, oh, they all just copied Tyra.
So Ravens is next.
She's like, what? She totally gives, like,
she
a
gives, like, a
performance.
whole, yes.
Like, oh my, what?
Which, sure, yeah, great.
Clutches her pearls and gasps. I mean, it was fabulous.
Yeah.
And then it's kind of weird because then she's like, I'd like to thank God because without him I wouldn't be here, and my mom and RuPaul.
First of all, I have to thank God for without him, I would not be here.
It was, like, weird, like, what parts were a joke and what weren't. Also, no one said thank the Academy.
Right? Or thank the Hollywood Foreign Press. But it was the Diva Awards.
Or, like, the Diva Foreign Press. And it was like, I wish someone either went super jokey and then got real, or was, like, just real.
Yeah, I think they probably didn't give them enough direction. Because
Maybe not.
Juju says the same thing. She's like, I'd like to thank Jesus Christ, my Savior. And you're like, is this a joke?
First and foremost, I'd like to thank my creator, King Jesus and God himself.
And my dad and my mom, you know, we'll be together sometime soon.
And I am so glad to share this moment with you. Thank you so much.
Tyra's was the most jokey. She's like,
Wow, I didn't even know I was nominated.
it was funny.
Yeah, and then she does the, I said I was gonna cry, which Rue had already made that joke earlier.
And she thinks her son and everything, and it was, like, serious in the middle. They were all a little confused and weird.
A little bit.
I don't know. So.
Tyra wins.
Yep.
Raven is safe. And then, it's time to lip sync for your life between Juju and Tati.
Mm-hmm.
But really, it's just Juju. Yeah. I mean, well, so we find out later in Untucked that apparently Tati was like,
if we end up lip syncing, guess what? I don't want to battle you. I'll sing the backup, you sing the lead.
Have a safe flight.
What a weird choice to be like, I'll sing the background.
I'll sing the background track so I seem like I suck. But then the VO over the lip sync, she's like...
The way Aretha Franklin sings that song is so difficult to lip sync to.
Is it because you're singing the background track or off? What?
I don't know if maybe they had her say something like that for the main show, but why then? I don't know.
So they sing Something He Can Feel by Aretha Franklin, and it's Juju's song.
Juju just fucking slays it.
Juju's like so, like she's the mature woman that's singing this song,
yes.
Right? This song fits,
yeah.
Right?
You're like,
and
oh,
you're
I get
like,
it.
Tati,
no.
Sorry, like it's not happening.
It's not working.
And Juju's just like living.
She's living the song.
Like, on the floor again. And just like, Juju's the best lip syncer, right? Of this season.
Absolutely. I loved this one.
It was amazing.
It's not Black Velvet.
It's not quite as emotional.
Exactly.
As Raw.
Yeah.
But man, it was close.
Ooh, right?
It was
the
good.
lip quivers and just the clawing on the, oh my God.
It was really good.
Everything. Loved it.
Like, Juju is so good. At some point, Tati looks at her, sees how good she is, breaks, laughs at herself at how bad she is doing, and it's just like, whoa, and then, like, tries to continue.
She's just like,
yes, queen work.
Right?
I'm competing still. And then she's like, oh no, and it was amazing. The power of Juju, right?
I was like, this is crazy.
The lip sync ends and through lip syncing and dancing and things like Tati's like dress has severed, so it's just a bra.
Her hot glue has come undone.
Like, oh no. And then Rue sends her home and she's like, thank you. And then Rue is like, thank you. And then she's like, thank you. And then Rue's like,
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It seemed like Rue was trying to teach her how to say it right. You know, like, no, thank you. You know, thank you.
I think it's converse.
I think it's converse.
We'll
or
there.
What's the thing in Singing in the Rain? I can't
stand him.
And I
can't stand him. So, Untucked.
Yes, Untucked.
This week. That's how Rue always starts. It scares me every time. That mustache, like, bah!
This is RuPaul's Drag Race Untucked.
Raven's like, so Tati, how come you only give your opinion on the main stage? And like when we try and ask you your opinion, you kind of like give a diplomatic answer or skirt the issue or whatever. And Tati is just like,
I don't get a feeling of feeling comfortable to talk to you just because you give, at least to me, this feeling of that you don't like me.
It doesn't seem like whenever I speak, you really care what I have to say, so I'm not gonna bother talking to you.
and Raven is just like,
No, she then aggressively is stirring
no,
her
not
drink.
yet.
Not
First,
yet.
she's just like, oh, I'm gonna do this. And then Tati keeps talking and she's like, I'm gonna make a lot of ice noise.
I can get half of a sentence in and you'll cut me off and go to something else.
It was so rude. I mean, it was
So
like
rude.
everything, like Tati was literally like, every time we speak, you cut me off, or you change the subject, or you do this, and like Raven's literally like doing the things she's saying that she's doing to her, and nobody else in the room is calling her on it, and I was like, this is crazy.
It's crazy. Oh, I'm not even gonna listen to you when I asked you a question, which is why Tati is telling you that she doesn't tell you anything because you don't listen to her.
It was kind of amazing. Like, just the level of just like complete, just,
Yeah.
it was great.
Yeah.
This is the episode when Tati's like, I know all of you think that I'm like shit, like I'm like worthless, and Raven
First of all, I would never say that.
never say that. Roll the tape.
I'm sorry, roll the tape.
Her interview was her look was her book cover was her trying to launch and sell her book to the judges was
I would never say that.
Oh, you would never say that?
I would never say
I would
that.
never say that.
I encourage you to go watch that clip up there
a million times.
at least 5 times in a row. It's the best thing ever.
So I love this show. Oh, you would
gonna place that.
You'd never say that, Raven? Really? Because you did 2 weeks ago. Oh.
I love that it's the same word too. It's like
shit.
You think that I'm shit?
I
Never
never
say that.
She's shit.
Everything she does is shit. Her book was shit. Her dress was shit. Her selling her book was shit. She's shit.
I would never say that.
The conversation sort of evolves from Raven just kind of being a cunt to her to like them all being like, we all just want you to grow and like get outside of this comfort zone of I'm really cute and pretty, and like we've all been here, like we've all already been in this phase, and that's super patronizing, and you don't want to hear that when you're in that place, but like it's true because like looking at Tati now, you're like, yes, you made it, like you get it, you took their advice, you're amazing.
Yeah. She is like, but I'm here and I'm competing against you guys, so fuck you all.
Yes.
But it's like, but you're not really competing against them. You know, like that's
She's never gonna win.
No, I mean, that's the hard thing is that it's like, sure, you're competing against them, but the reality is you should have gone home a few weeks ago because you're just not at their level yet.
Yes.
But she was 21 years old and had done drag 7 times.
Yes.
So it's like, you know, of course you have shitty wigs and you don't have any money and you don't have a lot of investment in clothes and you look kind of tacky tack because all your clothes are from Wet Seal.
Tickety-tack-tack.
And that's why she looks like a girl and they keep reading her for looking like a girl.
You're just dressed like a girl and you're just pretty because she hasn't elevated beyond.
Exactly. And she didn't know enough yet and she didn't know her history. She didn't know who Oscar Wilde was.
Who is Oscar Wilde? Who is Oscar Wilde?
Who is Oscar Wilde?
That's no homosexual over there.
And so, you know, it was like, okay, yeah, you need to learn your shit in order to come out with like some more thoughtful, like integrated pieces that are really making a statement.
Reference points.
We don't think that you are like really applying yourself. And you say you don't have to show it to us, but on stage, you're showing the same thing over and over and over and over again.
So then the girls separate, and Juju and Tati go in one room, and Tyra and Raven stay in the room that they were currently presiding in. And Juju was like, oh, I feel bad that like this morning I said you weren't going to be in the finals. And then she's
you're like my best friend.
She's like, you're like my best friend here.
You're like my best friend here.
I mean, you don't have to lie.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
You seem like you're best friends with Raven.
Right.
So then Tati is just like, I just don't get, you know, I want to get along with Raven. I don't understand why she's so hateful to me, all these things. And she's like, I mean, I've gotten along with every other person here.
And I've gotten along with everyone here except for Well, I mean, there were a few people I didn't like, but that's because no
Let's
one really
name
liked
them
them.
now.
Who was it? She's just like, Sonique was a bitch. Morgan was a bitch, but then I liked her. Like, she just starts listing them all. It was kind of amazing. Juju was just like having a blast this
She
episode.
was. I fucking love Jujubee.
We've had conversations and we do have things in common.
And no, I don't have anything in common with her.
Yeah, Raven's like, oh, she's a Britney Spears fan. I don't like Britney Spears fans. And I was like, that's stupid. Fuck you. But
she said, she's literally like...
And I don't like Britney Spears fans. I mean, as stupid as that sounds, but...
What about Beyonce fans?
I like Beyonce.
Oh, okay.
she said later then, or whatever, was that there was like, well, there's this superficiality to Tati.
Yes.
And I get that. I mean, she's not exhibiting any sort of like well thought out, like really deep, or
Yes.
like, you know, she's not giving you a lot of character. It's
Well,
just
her
kind of
argument with Juju in the room is she's like...
Can Raven walk down the street and look like a female? No.
But that's not the point. Like,
and
she's
she's
just
like, and also we all can, yeah.
Yeah, because we're drag queens. Like, she's like, what? Tati then goes, I mean, if people don't like me, then I'm just not going to conversate with them.
I'm not going to conversate with you. I'm not going to invest time
I think it's
in
converse.
you. Huh?
Just say talk. I'm not gonna talk to you.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, Jujubee.
Juju was just like,
I think it's converse. And then she laughs at herself because there's no one else in the room to laugh about this with. And she's just like, I'm gonna laugh at you in your face. It's okay.
Before they come back, and Raven is just like,
I'm not a bitch.
and then Tyra's like, no response. No, and I'm neither confirming nor denying this fact.
I'm not a bitch.
They're still in separate rooms, and Tati is like,
Everyone at home will tell you how shy I am when I'm around people I don't know, how soft-spoken
And then
I
20
am.
minutes later, you're sucking behind the dumpster. Whore.
so that was this week's Untucked.
Oh my gosh.
Fairly eventful.
Like, literally one of the best
I
Untucked
think
ever.
Untucked was more eventful than the episode.
Right? Oh my god, so next week is the finale. Holy shitballs, we're already there. Which is kind of a bummer, because like I know what happens.
I mean, I can't deny Tyra's a fabulous fucking drag queen.
Absolutely.
I just personally like Juju and Raven more. So it's not like I can be like, you didn't deserve it. It's just like, I didn't like you as much.
It's not personnel, it's drag.
Cheers.